What's up, everybody? It's Rashid and Christian here, back with another banger video. And today's video, we're talking about how to structure LLC to get funding, because your LLC has to be structured correctly to get funding. Because if it's not, they're not gonna give it to you. I'm just being real. Like if you get anything that's high risk, it's not happening. So first things first, we want to talk about some type of businesses that will be good businesses and bad businesses to do. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give y'all some examples right here, so y'all can see what we're talking about. So let's say good and bad. All right, so on the good side, something like consulting. I probably spelled it wrong, but y'all know what I meant, guys. So consulting would be something that's good. Something bad, real estate. I'm gonna just do these two first so I can break these down so y'all can understand where I'm going here. So why consulting business will be good and why real estate business will be bad, it's just because of the risks involved. Like real estate, at the end of the day, it is one of the best things you can invest in, but into the eye of lenders is very risky. They don't know if they don't get their money back or anything like that. So that's why, let's say, for example, you go get, let's say I'll do a credit card, for example. Let's say you get a credit card. And all this is like, cause like it's two ways to get these, like two ways to get funding for this. And we're going to talk about that later too. But let's just say for a credit card, for example, if you got something like real estate, you might see this kind of limit, 2K. That's probably what you normally see, 2 to 5, maybe. Unless you just got a serious amount of income, you're making like over 150K, you might get a little bit more. So you might see at max maybe 5. Over here, consulting, they're looking at it from the standpoint of like, what does he really like? He's not gonna go into debt for real because it's consulting. All you're doing is just talking to people. They're gonna be like, all right, 20K. That's when you see the high limits of 20s. You see the 15. You see all that stuff when you do like a business like that. So that's the first thing I wanted to bring up to y'all is like it's different type of business that are good and are bad. Also, credit is bad. Credit is bad. Anything financial, bro. We can go down the list. We can talk about any financial stuff. We can talk about all that.
I'll give an example.
Yeah, so you give an example too.
I got a credit repair company, and I applied for a business credit card, and they gave me a $1,000 limit.
And that's how like, and then like it's literally like that. It doesn't matter if you got great, you can have outstanding personal credit. They're not gonna give it to you. And it's just the nature of the game, bro. You gotta think about it. Like sometimes you have to think about it from the institution standpoint. They're looking at like that's risky. Like credit is risky, bro. People be doing scamming it. Like even if you're not, cause like we run our stuff legitly. But even if you're not, they still look at it like credit is risky. Most people they get funding, they scam, they do all kind of stuff. So that's why it's not good to do that. So let's just start off from a good route. So let's say we're starting a business. So we're gonna get an LLC. We're gonna call our LLC. What should we call an LLC, Chris?
LLC. Let's call it Doodle Bops Incorporated.
LLC Doodle Bob. SpongeBob reference. Y'all young kids don't know. So Doodle Bob Consulting.
There you go.
All right, so that's what we want to go for. Doodle Bob Consulting LLC. That is also naming the LLC too. If you don't, I figured this out too. This is something I figured out recently. Like, do not put credit in there. Do not put real estate in there. Like, you gotta name it right. Cause like the name will throw it off. And there's also other stuff too. But we're gonna break this down too. I'm gonna show you, like, it's a lot of information here. So if y'all like this content right here, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, bro. I'm gonna go in. All right. So first thing is creating an LLC. You either are gonna do it. This is what I do. Some people use like Zen Biz and stuff like that to do it, which is cool. But I don't like how Zen Biz is, how their support team is. They kind of telemarketers.
So they're trying to upsell you.
They be trying to upsell you a lot. So I mean, like it's that one. It's LegalZoom. It's a couple of them.
Yeah.
So let's just say, let's see, starting. I'm gonna give y'all some resources. I
think Alabama's like $230
for what's
$230 just for the formation fee.
Oh snap! But I'm gonna tell you how I can beat some of them fees though. Go to Secretary of State .gov. For whichever city that you're in, that's where you want to go to, the Secretary of State website, because you can literally just file on that. Sometimes you gotta mail something in. It's cool, but most of the time I think most of them has transfer over to like an online portal where you can all fill it out and stuff. And that's gonna be the best way to start an LLC because you starting in front of the Secretary of State, you want to pay the least amount of fee because you got to think about how these companies work. These companies are trying to make profit at the end of the day, so they're gonna try to upsell you, sell you fees and all this kind of stuff you can do yourself. So I'm a big proponent of doing stuff myself. So that's what I recommend y'all going to. The Secretary of State.gov. All right. So next thing, you got your LLC set up. Next thing you need to do, well, honestly, probably before this step, you need to get a virtual address. There's a couple things. I'm going to write them out. Virtual address, website,
business phone number. Yep.
Honestly, you can try to do it while you're doing this or before, but I mean, it's good to already have it set up. Business phone number.
And then after, I got the one for the net 30 credit reporting.
Yeah, I'm going to let you hop in there on that. So then the next thing I want to put in here too is Yellow Pages. Get listed in Yellow Pages because it's going to help you out too. Because we ain't even got to the funding part yet, but if you got all this stuff in order right here, this is going to help y'all get to the point of where y'all can get funding. Because like I said, first thing we started off with a good business. Okay, we got our Doodle Bob Consulting LLC. I don't know what we consulting, but we consulting. Anyway, you go Secretary of State, you start the LLC up. Then you need to get you a virtual address that's going to look better to lenders if you have an actual like office location or something like that as your address instead of your home. Get a website made. Then get your business phone number. Then make sure y'all getting Yellow Pages because like it's all about looking legit as possible. Even if you're like you're still a startup and everything like that. When you're trying to get funding, you want to look as legit as possible. But yeah, I'm gonna pass it over to you and let you go from there. After that.
Oh yeah. So once you get your LLC and everything set up, you're gonna want to start getting business funding. So you get something called a net 30 account. So essentially, you just make sure that company reports business credit, essentially.
Yeah, that's the easiest way. The easiest way to get started is
exactly. So you get an account with one of them, whether it be like supplying your paper or anything like that. Pay them on time.
Yeah, like I think Home Depot, Lowe's,
they got net 30s.
They got net 30s. Yeah, those are what I would start off with first. When I'm trying to build my LLC, that'll be the first thing I'll start off with.
Yeah, those will report to the Business Credit Bureau, and then essentially that's going to allow you to get bigger business funding. You can also eventually you can get into business loans.
Yeah, because that's what I want everybody to end up getting to. Like you can start off with business credit cards and stuff because those are easier to get because most of the time with those you can PG. But business loans, somebody told me like they're more beneficial. They you don't pay interest for like 2 years or something like that when you start them up. So business loans are very beneficial.
Yeah.
But if you're starting off, I say business credit card because it's gonna be the easiest thing to get.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then you can also get business lines of credit as well.
You can do business lines of credit too, but all that's going to be you establishing your business. You having, I think. Oh, let me talk about this too, because when we're talking about LLC, I'm gonna talk about bank ratings. It's something called a bank rating. I had to learn that stuff too. Like with business bank accounts, it's like if you had to have a certain amount of money in your account for like 90 days, and you need to put that on the board. They didn't know that. So bank rating is going to be very important too. Like once you start getting to the point where you're trying to move off of a PG, because right when you first get started, that's why I always preach building your personal credit to get the business credit because it's easier.
What's a PG?
PG, that's personal guarantee. Put down the board too.
Yeah.
People need to understand that. Let's break that down too. Personal guarantee, that's when on an application for some funding, you put your own social security number in there and they'll approve your business for funding based off what your personal credit score is. So that is very important to have your personal credit order. I can't share that. That's the main thing. Have that in order. But when that bank rating gonna come important, because like he said, the net 30s, because like it's two ways you can do this. Like you can either go the PG route, and that's the easiest route. But if you don't, like you want to just, hey, I want to build my LLC up and I want to actually just be able to get funding without like anything, start with a net 30 and also bank rating. So once you start, let's say our consulting business, we bringing in $8K a month. You write down the board. This is a little $8K a month. Now bank rating, how that rolls in is like you got to have the $8K sitting in the account, and it's like 5 tiers. I mean, I'll put it in the description because I don't know all about the top of my head, but it's for sure it's 5 tiers, and the banks rate your business by how much money you keep in the account over 90 days. So let's think about it. Yeah, it's good you did illustrations for that. Yeah, it's 5 tiers to that. So 8K, I want to say that's around like the second to the top tier. So I think that's 8K's up in there somewhere. Then your top is like you keep them over 10 and all that kind of stuff. So it looks good to an institution because once they start seeing that you keeping a lot of money in your account, they'll be like, okay, that's what they're gonna check. Like most of them, like I don't know if you know what play is. Plaid?
Plaid, yeah.
Yeah, Plaid.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. They connect to your bank account
Yeah.
and they see, and that's what happens when you try to get funded with a business
They use
only.
Plaid?
They use Plaid. Yeah, most of the institutions use Plaid. They
What?
just connect to your bank account and see, okay, let me just look at his, account for like the last 90 days and all that kind of stuff. And what they do is they check it and they see, like I said, how much funding, like I mean, how much money and stuff you got in your account. And after that, shoot, they end up approving you. So like I said, that's gonna be the other way of doing this. Like it's two ways to do this. Like I said, you can go the PG route,
Yeah,
or the bank rating net 30 route. It's not hard to do, man. Like I want y'all to, like, that's one thing I want to touch on too. Like none of this stuff is hard to do. Like I had to learn this stuff. He had to learn this stuff. We all had to learn it. Like just take the time and dial in and learn, bro. But like I said, definitely, and keep your, and I would say this too, once you start an LLC, go get a business bank account. First thing, I don't think, only thing we touched on that, get a business bank account. I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all knew that way. You gotta get a bank ready. Get a business checking account. Make sure you keep your expenses separated. And also when you get a business credit card, keep your expenses separated. Do not put personal stuff on the business side. When IRS comes for you, you're cooked. I'm just being real. Like you gotta stay away from that. Anything else you want to add on to it? I think we touched a lot.
Yes, some of the small banks, local banks, which I prefer, a lot of them will ask for bank statements.
Yeah, they do that too.
Bank statement loan.
Smaller credit unions and stuff like that. They most of the time ask for like statements. Your big banks and stuff. If it's on the business side, if you're ever trying to just get like funding with just your business, yeah, they probably gonna connect with Plaid.
Yeah.
So your Bank of Americas and all that they probably gonna do.
Yeah. If you're lucky, you'll find a bank that does no doc business loans.
Oh, that happens too here. That happens too. Like, so it's also like I said, it's kind of variable here. Cause like this is how you want it to be set up. But like you got sometimes like you can find a no doc business on that way. You always just gotta be just in the know and like just figure out like what's new and what's popping out. Like what I do is I always just try to do some research, man. Like I said, if no doc business loans, all kind of stuff out here. You just gotta be aware and know everything.
Yeah.
And also in my mentorship, that's why I'm gonna be giving out some of that sauce too. So if y'all trying to actually figure out what institution to go for and all that kind of stuff, and like you want a step-by-step guide on how to build your LLC, that's a good spot to start. I'm telling y'all. But yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we covered everything.
I think we covered everything, man. So y'all get your LLC started. If y'all need any help, feel free to reach out to me. My social medias, like I said, this channel right here, that's in the comments. That's a good place to reach me. My Instagram, Sheeski, that's a good place to reach me. A good place to reach you.
Yeah, a good place to reach me, man, is going to be XanderKirk 136, Xander Kirk 136 for TikTok. For Facebook, that's just my first name. It's Christian Kirkley. And then from there, you'll be able to see all my businesses. Give me a follow if you want some good information for free.
And also on top of that, if y'all need to get y'all credit in order to be able to do this, we do credit repair, New Horizons credit repair. So we could definitely help y'all with that. So if y'all need credit repair to start an LLC, just hit me up.